Once Miss Streetz say it, I rock with it, man. She one of those people on question. All right, we appreciate you.
Yeah, Miss Streetz, how you gonna do them like that?
Queens was that shit is like a city. It's the biggest housing projects in the world. In terms of hustling, it was a gold mine.
Queensbridge.
Queensbridge elite. QBC to Hague City. Queensbridge elite.
You are now watching another episode of Highly Respected with yours truly, Miss Streetz, and I have a very special guest. They are from the other side of the world, and the other side of the world loves hip hop as well. So, Mistasweet, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, and I didn't even add that you are a producer, DJ, recording engineer, graphic designer. What else did I miss? What else do you do?
I can also do some plastering if you want, but that's not my favorite. Yeah, in the music that's my thing, and like organizing events. I'm also like one of the initiators of the hip hop center we have in our city, and yeah, I just love to spread the hip hop love.
Yes, nice. And we love it. So before we get into how you started and all that good stuff, let's talk about your name. How did you come up with your name, Mr. Sweet? And what does it mean to you?
I didn't come up with it, like a real AKA, like somebody gave it to me, and it kind of was for fun. We were entering like a music competition, and we wanted to stay a little bit undercover. And he told me like, yeah, I got a name for you, Mr. Sweet. And I was like, okay, cool. But after that, I was like, yeah, kind of, yeah, I'm a sweet guy, and also I play sweet music. So I was like, yeah, the name is quite fitting. So I kept it, and people like, yeah, really remembered it fast. And so I was like, yeah, this should be the name for me.
Cool. So let's talk about the project that you released the end of last year, 2023. Queensbridge to the Hague City. It has a lot of features on there. Some I can name: Capone, Nature, Big Noise. Shout out to Queens too. That's my hometown. How did you get those collaboration with those artists that's on the project?
It started out as like I wanted to do a song with one of my favorite MCs, and that's Tragedy Gaddafi. So I reached out to him like via DM. I just was thinking like, yeah, let's give it a try. And he was feeling my beats, and he was like, yeah, we need to do more, like one single, but the sound you got is like that's the real 90s QB sound,
Right.
And so then, yeah, it kind of got out of hand. And then when I looked up, I had like 70 songs. And I was like, yeah, wanted to do a remix of the first single we did because I already released it. And yeah, so it's like 18 songs I had. And for me, I'm a DJ and I only play vinyl. So that was a thing for me. Like, yeah, I want to put it out, but not like let's put it on the streaming platforms and tell everybody, yo, go stream my stuff. But I really wanted to have it on vinyl. And along the way, people were asking me like, is it going to be on CD as well? And I didn't know that that was still a thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna release it on CD as well because because people was asking. So and then yeah, then in December I released it like physical, so the CD and the vinyl. And then a few weeks later, yeah, I put it on the streaming platforms as well. Although Apple Music is still not placing it on their platform. I don't know why, but
That's not good Apple Music.
no. So yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
kind of
heard it on Spotify, so shout out to Spotify.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's kind of the story, and it originally it was supposed to be an album with me and Tragedy only, but some things didn't go well, and then it kind of I put it away. Then I flew in Cormega for an event in my city. He brought J Rock, another Queensbridge representative, and I told him the story, and he was like, "Yo, man, gonna help you out. This is QB on the line." So then he really helped me out with connecting to the other guys, Nature and Big Noy, Capone, everybody. So that's how it got like reignited, and then then I finished the album.
Right. That's cool. And the project came out amazing. I love the project, by the way.
Thank you.
So as far as you being a DJ, who inspired you to actually start DJing?
In the beginning, like my first like DJing I saw was like in Herbie Hancock's Rocket in the video. Like we saw it in like a youth center from video, and it was something like that. Scratching was something special.
Right.
So that kind of sparked something in me, and back then I was like buying like 45s, like Hey Rocksteady Crew, Break Machine, stuff like this, and then started to scratch a little bit, and then saw Grandmaster Flash in the documentary, and that really set me off to start to practice more.
Right.
And later on it was guys like Mixmaster Mike and a lot of DJs that was putting out mixtapes
Mhm.
that really kept the fire burning. So and kept giving me inspiration for DJing
Right.
and especially scratching. And I think until now I still get like inspiration from when I see guys like DJ Coco from Japan playing 45s and doing crazy stuff. So it's that's
Right.
kind of the way.
So I know there's different styles of DJing, and I think you already pretty much touched on it. So do you consider yourself a scratch DJ or what's that?
No, I don't consider myself a scratch DJ because like I play breaking events, breaking battles. So that's something I did for many years, and took me to places around the world. I play like hip hop parties, sometimes more funky, or like mixing the styles together. And
Mhm.
scratching for me is just yeah I enjoy it, but it's something for me that's like a side dish,
Right. Okay.
so
Cool.
because when sometimes I scratch and I think I'm doing okay, and then sometimes we do scratch jams as well, and I see the other guys, and I'm like, okay, then it's time to get back in the lab and practice. But yeah, I don't really have time for it, so I stick to like mixing mostly and playing breaking events.
Nice, nice. So, you said you traveled around the world. I read that myself. So out of all the places you've been so far, what place had like the best energy, the best crowd, at least that you remember?
I gotta say, number one is an event called Yalta Summer Jam. It's in Crimea, which used to be Ukraine, and now since 2015 it's Russia. But it's like an event at the sea, so the atmosphere is really crazy. The level of dancing is also crazy, and it's multiple days. You have like pre-parties, after parties on the beach, in some clubs. So that's I think for me like the best experience with, and they really appreciate what you're doing. It's not some events. It's just the DJ is not even like in the picture or not
Right.
counting. but
Right.
there they really appreciate it, and yeah, because I play only vinyl, they
Mhm.
appreciate it. Yeah, a little bit extra.
Mhm.
And I think the second one that was actually in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Played there at a Evolution breaking battle, and that was also really, yeah, really dope energy. It
Right.
was like in the relapse theater, it's like one
Mhm.
big hall, and yeah, it was full of b boys and b girls doing their thing. That was crazy. And then number three would be uh, anniversary of a crew from Kiev, Ukraine, Roughneck Attack. That was like a little be compared with the one in Atlanta, like a big hall, and
Right.
the energy was just crazy.
Cool. Cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I was there. It sounded like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I see the vinyls behind you, the records behind you, which I just have like I have a big appreciation for vinyls or just reels, anything that came out before cassettes, CDs. I love it. So
Hmm.
speaking of the records behind you, how
Yeah.
many records? Now I know you probably don't know the number, but you might. How many records do you think you actually own?
Yeah, I never counted them, but like I tried to make an estimate some time ago, like, okay, I got this many crates, and yeah, maybe it's about this many in one crate, and behind me, like the wall. Yeah, I don't know. I estimate that I have like maybe 4 to 5,000 records.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I never counted them. Tried to get my daughter to count them once, but she,
That would be a huge job for
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
So,
She did.
let's talk a little bit outside of the music, but it's still pertaining to your music. You have some foundations. I want you to talk about those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in the 90s, I organized some hip hop events in the city I was living, and there was like a youth center where I was volunteering, and they gave me the opportunity to start to organize some events, book some acts and DJs, and like yeah, like make it a dope event. And I moved to the Hague City in 1996, and I continued to organize like parties. It was like only DJs, only music, and people would just show up because there was not much going on in the city at the moment.
Mhm.
So and from there, in 2003, I set up together with some other guys. We set up a foundation because we saw like there is quite some hip hop heads around,
Mhm.
but there's no place to gather. So we were like going from one like gym room to another for practicing. There was no studio, so we were like, yeah, we want to set something up that would be like a center for hip hop in our city. We would have a studio, DJ studio, dance studios, maybe a wall for the graffiti.
Mhm.
So a few years later, it yeah kind of got started, and it was like end of 2007. We realized the first like physical location,
Right.
and the city noticed like, okay, there's something going on there, so we should like support it a little bit.
Mhm.
And from there on, we kept on going, and we kept on growing as well. So, and we still have the center. It's much bigger now. We have a lot of different classes there. Sometimes we do lectures. Sometimes we do events in our place.
Right.
We do a lot of workshops to show other people the good things about hip hop, because there's a lot of like a negative association with hip hop. So we try to keep the foundation, the basics, in order, and spread that to
Right.
the other people.
Right. That's nice though. And shout out to you for pushing the culture forward too with that. That's really dope. It's amazing. So
Thank you.
definitely good to hear. What's next for you? What's coming up? Something new you can talk about.
What's next? Always make music. I'm working on some music with a Dutch female singer. It's like my beats are usually just hip hop beats, or sometimes I make like up tempo funky breaks for the dancers. But now I'm collaborating with a singer who's like really digging my like more funky hip hop beats, and she puts her vocals on it, and then it sounds like 90s R&B almost, like.
And I love 90s R&B, so I can't wait to
That's
hear
cool.
it.
Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be
Well,
out there.
I will patiently be waiting.
We're still cooking, and she also is like, we just make stuff, and we'll see what's gonna happen with that. And also another project I'm working on right now, and that's like not a sequel to the Queensbridge to the Hague City, but I'm working on a like, let's say mini album with Black Poet,
Right.
and also like Black Poet and people from my city. So collaborating, like
Yes.
uh,
That's gonna be dope.
together to make an album,
Right.
like from Queensbridge to the Hague City, but then with Black Poet, and
Mhm.
that should be I don't know, maybe somewhere this year should be out, but yeah, still in progress. So
Right, right. Well,
because we
that's
have a
good.
lot of dope MCs here as well, in like in Dutch, like our language, or in English as well.
Mhm.
So, and I picked some English MCs to be on there from my city, or from around, and it's gonna be yeah, you heard the album, the
Yes.
Queensbridge to the Hague City. It's the not, I wouldn't say the same vibe, but like it's gonna be not a pop record, let's say it like that.
Nice, nice. Well, I can't wait to hear that as well. Of course, before you go, you have to let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, whether it's your social media or email, whatever is good for you. But of course, you got to drop your Instagram.
Of course. My Instagram is really simple. It's like Mistasweet, and it's like one word. And my website is the same, but it's not .com but .nl. So Mistasweet.nl. So that's basically it. And you can find me on Facebook as well. And I think
And
that's my
anywhere else,
socials.
if they Google you, I'm sure you'll pop up.
Yeah. Just type Mr. Sweet. You'll find me somewhere.
Yes,
So
definitely.
yeah,
Well, Mr. Sweet, thank you again for just chopping it up with me and letting me get to know more of your journey to becoming a producer and DJ. And thank you for pushing the culture forward, like I said earlier. And I really appreciate you.
yeah. Thank you, Miss Streetz, for reaching out, and I think it's dope what you're doing,
Thank
and shining some light on people who do their thing, and need some light.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.